So I'm Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm the Chief Medical Officer here at Wakana, and I want to welcome you to Thyroid Health, CBD, and Detox. So what is the thyroid gland? A lot of people kind of get confused when this gland, which is a very small butterfly-shaped gland that's found right in front of the neck, below the voice box, and it has two lobes. It has two sides that are found around the windpipe. And what this gland does, it is a very important role in our body, is that it helps to regulate not only our metabolism, but really how our body uses energy. So the thyroid, this gland, creates two hormones, T3 and T4, and the production of T3 and T4 is really driven by a very small area in our brain called the pituitary gland that really drives to help ensure that this gland is producing enough T3, T4. So that's why in the practice of OB, when we have a patient that delivers her baby and she has heavy bleeding, we call it hemorrhage after, there can be a reduced blood flow to the pituitary gland, which then doesn't allow TSH from this gland in the brain to produce enough hormones in the thyroid. So that's one of many reasons why this thyroid gland can become dysfunctional. So there are two main conditions that the thyroid gland can go. It can go down and produce very little T3 and T4, or it can go up and it can produce too much T3 and T4. So the low levels are called hypothyroidism, and the high levels of production of T3 and T4 is called hyperthyroidism. Either way, low or high is not good. Because the thyroid is so important in producing and impacting and regulating so many different organs, it can affect the brain and its development. It can affect your breathing. It can affect your heart and nervous system. It can affect your body temperature. It can affect your muscle strength. It can affect your hair. It can affect the dryness of your skin, your menstrual cycle, your weight, your cholesterol levels. I'm telling you, having a dysfunctional thyroid gland can really wreak havoc on different organs in the body. So again, hypo is when the gland doesn't produce enough thyroid gland hormones, and hyper is the opposite. It's when the thyroid produces too much of the hormones. So it's really important that if you have any of these symptoms that we're going to talk about tonight, it's really important that you see your physician so you can get a proper diagnosis. We diagnose thyroid disease with a blood test, a thyroid panel. So it's really important that you get properly diagnosed. So 4.6% of the US population aged 12 years and above has hypothyroidism. And in fact, I think that number is low. I think it's actually higher, where we have more and more women. I'm seeing more and more women in the practice of OB and gynae that have thyroid issues. Typically, it's an autoimmune thyroid issues. I see a lot of Graves' disease, thyroiditis, but just know that when the thyroid is underacting, it's not producing enough hormones, it can cause a lot of different symptoms. It can affect, again, like I said, hair loss. It can cause fatigue. It can cause depression. It can cause a slow heart rate, weight gain. You know, I laugh when I see weight gain because a lot of my patients, when they have an issue losing weight, they blame it on their thyroid. They say, oh, Dr. Reed, I must have a thyroid issue going on. Not necessarily, right? Sometimes we have an issue where we're over consuming too many calories and not being active. But because the thyroid is out of balance and not in homeostasis of balance, it can cause weight gain. It can cause menstrual changes. It can cause women to have very heavy blood flow. It can cause you to feel cold. It can cause an enlargement of the thyroid. It's called a goiter. I'm sure you've seen people that have had enlarged neck area due to a goiter, or they'll have bulging eyes due to thyroid conditions. They also can have high cholesterol, constipation, dry skin and hair, brittle nails, sore muscles and joints. And if you're a distributor on the line, I really want you to capture this visual that I have, because I'm sure you can start to think of so many products that we offer here at Wakana that can assist, can address a lot of these symptoms that folks who have thyroid issues, these products can really assist with those issues. When we look at hair loss, we have products that can assist with that. Weight gain, products to assist with that. Sore muscles and joints, we have products that can assist with that. Constipation. So you understand where we're going to go with this conversation at the end when we talk about how CBD and detoxing can address thyroid health. It may not cure your thyroid disease, but absolutely can address a lot of these symptoms. Some other symptoms that hypothyroidism can cause is balance, coordination issues, loss of libido. We have products that help to enhance libido, anemia, respiratory tract infections, puffy face, feet and hands. Just overall, a very uncomfortable, a very confusing list of symptoms that could be easily confused with someone who may think they just have depression or a mood disorder. So that's why it's very important to get blood tests. Now for children, they also may experience their thyroid being underactive. They could have poor growth. We see that a lot in our babies that are still growing inside the uterus, where they're typically small. They may have delayed development of teeth once they're born, and they can even have poor mental development. They may be a little slow and have delayed puberty. Now, what about the opposite? Hyperthyroidism, right? The thyroid gland is going crazy. It's when it's too much hormones being produced. So the most common reason, and we see this a lot in our field of medicine of OB-GYN, is Graves' disease. Now, Graves' disease is thought to have an autoimmune portion to it, where the body thinks that the thyroid is foreign and it starts to attack it. There's a lot of inflammation of the thyroid. There's excessive amounts of iodine. There's even a link between benign tumors of the thyroid or the pituitary gland that can cause hyperthyroidism. And unfortunately, another reason why hyperthyroidism could occur temporarily is because a patient may be given too much thyroid supplementation for hypothyroidism. But again, the symptoms: fatigue, weight gain. Fatigue, weight gain. You can think of some of our products that can address fatigue and weight gain. Sensitivity to cold, depression, memory problems. They also can have a goiter, an enlargement, hair loss, muscle pain, erectile dysfunction, and infertility. So again, a lot of these symptoms can be addressed with the product line that we'll talk about in a bit. Other symptoms are hyperthyroidism, rapid heart rate, elevated blood pressure, tremors of the hand, difficulty sleeping, nausea and vomiting, bulging eyes. So again, hyperthyroidism can address not only the thyroid, but it can cause other symptoms in other organs like the heart. Very irregular heart rate called atrial fibrillation, which is a very, very dangerous arrhythmia. So this can lead to strokes, it can lead to congestive heart failure. So ensuring that our thyroid gland is in balance is very important. So other treatments that we talk about for low thyroid or hypothyroidism is Synthroid. Synthroid is probably one of the oldest medicines around, and we use it to replenish or to build up the thyroid hormones that are low. Iodine we know is an essential mineral for the thyroid to function, is another treatment. For hyperthyroidism, we do the reverse, right? We give anti-thyroid medication like Tapazole. There's also radiation or radioactive iodine that can be given. Well, needless to say, there is a place for medicine, obviously, especially when you have a hyperthyroid emergency, when a person is in crisis, their thyroid function is so over the top that their heart is in a dangerous rhythm. We understand that, but we want to talk about other holistic ways that we can ensure that our thyroid is healthy, or to even assist those who may be on medication that are looking for a holistic way of addressing their thyroid. The real culprits, when we look at disease, we look at dehydration, deficiency, and toxins. We look at inflammation, we look at infection, and we look at GI damage. And you may ask, Dr. Rita, what does your gut have to do with your thyroid? Well, your gut is linked to every single disease in the body. If you don't have a healthy gut, 9 times out of 10, you will have other areas in your body that are compromised, that are unhealthy. And the reason being is that if the gut is damaged, if your intestinal tract is not at its optimal state to help absorb very, very important minerals and vitamins like iodine and selenium and iron, all of these are really, really important vitamins and minerals that our thyroid needs, for example, to function adequately. So if your gut is sick, if your gut is not healthy, then 9 times out of 10, your whole body is not healthy, right? You're going to have thyroid issues, heart issues, joint pain. All of these things are all connected to the gut. So this is where our detox program comes in, where it addresses dehydration, it addresses deficiencies like vitamins and minerals that we see are deficient in those who have thyroid issues, and even toxins. If toxins are in the body, i.e., especially if they're in the gut, we've got to purify that gut. We've got to get that gut healthy. So let's first talk about CBD and how we can use a lot of our products, almost all of our products, to address thyroid health. Well, first, let's look at the plant. The plant is cannabis, and the cannabis plant has 2 species. One is marijuana, that gives you the high, the euphoria, and the other is hemp. Now, all of our products are sourced from the hemp species. Hemp is defined as containing less than 0.3% or less of THC. Hence, hemp does not give you a high, doesn't give you euphoria or a paranoia, because the THC, the substance that is high in marijuana, that gives you a high, is very low in hemp. So hemp is legal in all 50 states. The Farm Bill was passed in 2018. And it allows not only for Americans to use CBD products, but it also allows for a lot of research now to go forth on humans. And this is important because when we look at conditions like the thyroid, hypo or hyperthyroidism, with this ability to do research, now we can really see if we can use some therapeutic models where we can talk about prevention of thyroid conditions. So that is all very important. So let's look at some of the benefits of CBD, because there's many. CBD or cannabidiol is one of 115, 120 cannabinoids that the plant makes. You can see some of the other cannabinoids or compounds like CBG and CBC and Delta 9 THC and Delta 8 THC. But CBD is the real hero. And it's the hero or the shiro, because it has many more functions and properties and benefits to the body. Some of the benefits are that CBD has anti-inflammatory properties. We talk about how the thyroid, especially in hyperthyroidism and Graves' disease, has a very high inflammatory state, and we want to reduce inflammation. CBD also helps relieve pain. You know, those folks who have thyroid issues have a lot of muscle pain and joint pain. It helps relieve anxiety. Those with hypothyroidism typically have issues with depression. They have mood disorders. You know, unfortunately, my cousin committed suicide, and this is when I was in medical school in the early 90s. He was hypothyroid. He was on medication, not well controlled, but his depression, his anxiety really got to a point where he was put on Prozac. And the Prozac, one of the side effects of Prozac is suicidal ideation. And unfortunately, he took his life. So, you know, we look at holistic ways of addressing our health. You know, this is another reason why we need to let our friends, our family, even our physicians, our healthcare providers understand that CBD can be used as an additional tool in the toolbox when our patients, our friends, our family, and even ourselves are on medication. CBD also helps to improve blood flow. It's a vasorelaxant. And that's really important in thyroid disease, in helping to improve blood flow and helping to improve the ability of the GI tract to reduce its intestinal contractions so that the body can absorb minerals and vitamins and nutrients that the thyroid needs. So there's many, many benefits that CBD has that really can help to address thyroid health. We'll talk about our hair products, right? Our hair products have CBD along with other essential oils, and we know that thyroid conditions can cause a temporary hair loss and hair thinning and alopecia. The way CBD works is through a very vital regulatory system. It's called the endocannabinoid system. This is a system that every single human being has. And what I love about this system is that this system has receptors in every single organ and gland in our body, major organs and glands like our heart, our lungs, our eyes, our liver, our kidneys, our brain, our bowel, our stomach, our skin, our teeth, even receptors on the thyroid gland, that when we consume CBD, it helps to put any area in the body that has receptors for cannabis. It helps to put it back into balance. It helps to put it back in what we call homeostasis. It decreases inflammation. It helps to decrease anxiety and depression. It helps to decrease muscle pain or joint pain. So all of these things are important to understand as to why when you consume CBD and you have either hypo or hyperthyroidism and some of the symptoms that we talked about, why those symptoms could improve. So CBD products for thyroid health, we have some amazing products here at Wakana. Our products are all organically grown. They are lab tested. In fact, they're third-party tested with certificates of analysis to ensure that our products are safe and effective and have the amount of THC that is legal in the United States, which is 0.3% or less. Our product line is very unique because we have proprietary formulas on many of our products. So we just don't put CBD in a bottle and sell it to you. We have very unique formulas that address inflammation. We have formulas that have enhanced the CBD with essential oils, and we have formulations that really help to address all areas of the body. So we look at our topicals. We have our Extreme Power Pain Cream. That is a great product line for those who have joint pain, muscle issues with thyroid condition, as well as our tinctures that you place underneath the tongue. They help to put the body back in balance. They can help with the mood, the depression, the anxiety. It can even help reduce inflammation, as well as some of the other symptoms. We talked about fatigue, right? Helping to get a good night's rest, that restorative sleep. We also have gummies, our edible line. Our edible line not only comes in the full spectrum, but comes in the broad spectrum. So anyone with thyroid conditions that has random drug screens at their job, well, they can also take our products that have less than 0.0% or less of THC. So these products are very high quality products and very unique in the marketplace. Our Save Our Strands, this is a line of hair products that uses CBD and essential oils that really address hair loss and hair thinning in hypo or hyperthyroidism. Why does a woman or a man lose their hair when they have thyroid condition? Well, you probably guessed it right. The gut, the thyroid, we talked about the gut thyroid analogy. If the gut is not healthy, then the absorption of nutrients and minerals and vitamins, selenium, which the hair needs, iron, which the hair needs, iodine, which the thyroid needs, all of these essential minerals and iron vitamins are not being absorbed, hence the thyroid stops to work. So these are products that can be used, our shampoo, our conditioner, our leave-in detangler, our styling cream. We have products for men as well for their beards, just incredible products that can address thyroid health. And then our Flat Belly Lifestyle product line, our detox products for thyroid health. We've already talked about how important it is for the gut to be healthy so that the thyroid can be healthy. If you have an unhealthy gut, you have an unhealthy thyroid. If you have an unhealthy thyroid, you probably have an unhealthy gut. So our detox program is a 7-day or 21-day detox where we have products that help to eliminate toxins and parasites. We have products that help to cleanse the colon, purify the colon. And then we have products that regenerate. The regenerator helps to replenish and to fortify those vitamins and minerals that are needed. And then diet. We really help you in these programs, our 7-day and 21-day program, to really understand the importance of plant-based lifestyle. Fruits and vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, right? They're high in iron, high in fiber, selenium, all of these very important minerals and vitamins that are found in your vegetables, found in your fruits, antioxidants. These superfoods are found to help thyroid health. So we can't say that it will cure your thyroid disease, but absolutely your diet plays a huge role on your thyroid health. So thank you for joining. You know, our product line is pretty extensive. I didn't go over every single product, but just know that our products are products that can be easily incorporated in someone who may be under a doctor's care, someone who may be on medication. We just ask that you talk to your doctor before starting any of the CBD products, because yes, CBD, our detox, our flat belly lifestyle products, our detox program, our 7-day or 21-day program absolutely can be integrated in your wellness, integrated in your health, and integrated in your overall healing. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing my slide. I think you're going to have to use the Q&A area for questions. If you have any questions, if you're a guest on the line, please connect with the person that invited you so you can get your products ordered, you can get your questions answered, and you can absolutely become a part of our community. There's a question in here about no questions. I thought that was a question, Shirley McLaurin, but not a question, just a statement, no issues at all. So if there's no further questions, please again connect with the person that invited you to the call. Please let us know how we can assist you in getting these incredible products in your hand. Let your the person know that invited you that you also maybe let them know if you're also interested in our opportunity here that we have. So have a good night, be well, be blessed, and we will see you next Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Good night, everyone.